तो है कि नहीं है, मुझे बताइए।
सभी को नमस्कार। आज कुछ सभी को नमस्कार। आज कुछ ऐसे फैक्ट आपके सामने लाएंगे कि आपको जब भी ओके। Actually, this is the video which we started in 2025 February. Okay, हम आपके लिए टुडे आई एम गिविंग यू वन वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट लेजेंडरी हेलो, बोलो। हाँ बोलो। This is the legendary. Legendary means the very, very privileged. Actually, this letter was published in Astrology and Adrista magazine, and it was addressed to all in a one conference. It has been addressed by the KRISHNAMURTI ji. Date 30th June 1969. 30th June 1969. K.S. KRISHNAMURTI ji. Madras, then. Okay. What he says, from July 1927, I started reading astrological books, and from 1934, I was trying to find out why an event in one's life has happened, applying both Hindu and Western systems. Krishnamurti says that he started reading in July onwards, July 1927. And after studying from the reading, he started to find out the postmortem study and the use and application of the Western Hindu Nadi astrology, etc. For 12 years, I discussed with so-called veteran then in Madras state. What is the point to be discussed? That is started July 1927 to read astrology, making predictions by postmortem study through the then existing rules and applications of Vedic, Western, Nadi, and other systems of astrology. This is the main. Now this file will be named as 19th December 2025 at 19 hours 20 minutes PM for new ATM astrology. Fresh batch A to Z. A to Z, what it means? From Aries and areas to zones and zodiac. Every astrology has been involved, has been covered by these two words, that is the 26 letters. In English, that is A to Z, from Aries, comma, Aries. Aries, that is the Mesh Rashi, and Aries, that is the Kshetra, and to Z, zones, Vishishta Vibhag, zones, and zodiac. Areas and zodiac. In short, areas of zodiac. A to Z का मतलब, what is the meaning of A to Z? Areas of zodiac. When we consider this, we take signs 12, Dasha, star 27, Bhukti 243, Mantra Satsap 2187, Sukshma 19683, Prana 1,77,147. They are the mare. Okay. This is the, we start from the 0 degrees. 0 degrees to zodiac is 360 degrees. This is we involved. We take our total astrology within 0 degree to 360 degree, that is the zodiac. Then Krishnamurti ji started the journey of astrology from by reading astrological, by reading astrological books. Then after making by reading astrological books, that is from 7, and making predictions by postmortem study through the then existing rules and applications of Vedic astrology from 1934. Remember one thing, this thing forever. In the journey of astrology, K.S. Krishnamurti ji spent 12 years in asking, not discussing, in asking the so-called veterans, Vidwan, or stalwarts in astrology in then Madras state. In this period, nobody answered the reason for the happening of any event scientifically. When you ask me why we take the second cusp, why we take the second cusp is, why we take the second cusp in marriage, then you will say that second house is the house of family. It shows the growth. Nothing. The main reason is that second house is to be taken in marriage cases not as the house of family or increase in family, but it is to be taken into consideration that second cusp is 11th from the 4th. That is, by witnessing the ceremony in own son or daughter's marriage by mother. Seventh cusp is to be taken in marriage case not as the not as the would be husband or wife, but this is the 11th from 7th cusp. This is 11th from 7th cusp. It shows the father of the Jataka, whether he is destined to witness in the marriage of his son or daughter. Means in normal astrology, when the KRISHNAMURTI ji also had already told the rule that the 7th house is the ascendant of the would-be husband or wife. Second house is the increase in the family, and 11th is the
Sorry, sir.
बोलिए.
In the last paragraph, you have like 11 from the 9th, sir. 7th house is 11 from the 9th.
Sir, correct. 9th cusp. बराबर. Now 11th cusp is to be taken in marriage cases not as the hopes and aspirations fulfillment of Tika, but this is the third from the 9th cusp that shows the agreements in between the parties which signed or agreed by father. This is the very important thing. Till date, have you got this vision in any of the books or any of the so-called WhatsApp University YouTube University, and etc., etc. No. These differences was the main reason which was in earlier editions of the KP Astrology part number 1 and 2, and when in 1969 onwards, when Krishnamurti ji reprinted enlarged the edition of KP Readers 1 and 2 with the special advancement of principles, and enlarging edition was published in November, that is in 1969 to 1971. We don't know actually in which month it has been published, because the then books, the PDF of the then books, we are not getting. I am having one copy of from the ODR laboratory, ODR. I got a copy of KP Reader 2, second, in first 950 pages, second reader. But the cover page is missing. That's why on which month, on which date it was published, and in which year it was published, we don't know. When Krishnamurti ji says that I tried to ask the then so-called professional astrologers for the reason for happening of event in the postmortem study of the past events. Neither I found any uniform method in them, nor such practicing astrologers were able to convince me. It means when you ask me, I ask you regarding the application of second marriage case connected, second cusp, seventh cusp, and 11th cusp. What the logic behind getting these three cusps for marriage, the motive behind taking these only three cusps is totally different from which Krishnamurti ji in his last dates, what he taught to his students. He admits this, Dan Milije. When asking while meeting with so many then professional astrologers in Madras state, nobody was going in a position to answer correctly in a scientific manner. Then Krishnamurti adds, the more I met then old non-astrologers, the more I was depressed and discouraged. Suppose after learning the astrology, if out of the curiosity, if you meet the so-called veteran or stalwart in KP astrology, then you are having the faith that you will be guided properly for the development and advancement in the KP astrology. That's why you meet such a people in any of the physical astrological meets, seminars, etc. But such practicing astrologers are not in a position to answer any query of the new KP astrologers or the Vedic astrologers. They only take, in this book, this has been written, I follow this, I am getting result. But when I knew that if I use this principle in a very scientific manner, I am not getting the results. Then that fellow says, you are not getting the result, is your fault. Whatever we get the result, this is my system is perfect. And then you will be disappointed, depressed, and discouraged. Okay, this is the text I highlight here, is the original text of the letter. Okay, then this is, okay. This is the second para of the letter. In 1939, in 1939, I came to the conclusion that one can simply read these textbooks and say that he knows astrology by repeating poems or slokas. But none can predict correctly either the nature of event or the actual date of event. In which year this case says, in 1939, means after the study and application of astrology for the period of 1934 to 1939. Previously, he used to say that he spent 12 hours, 12 years, say 12 years. And within the first 5 years, that is in 1939, then here K.S. Krishnamurti ji came to the conclusion that the then old Vedic astrologers, they were only the shlokas to commit to their memories and show and recite the Sanskrit mantras before the Jataka and pretend that he is the well-versed and very veteran astrologer. But that astrologer is not able to predict a simple thing, or but that neither that astrologer is able to predict simple things, nor the analysis of the event was declared or predicted. This is the most important thing. Okay, this is his own writing, own sentences of the Krishnamurti. On what he says, but in a way, general picture ranging for some months and alternatives will be boldly given. They were at a loss when unexpected moments, according to Hindu systems, things have happened. It is a fact nobody can deny. By doing this, the Krishnamurti ji experienced that the rules of the then old Vedic astrology with the meaning and application of rules and systems, whatever predicted will not come, was not coming truth. But the then astrologers, they were boldly used to predict about the event that in 10 months, in 6 months to 8 months, you will have the service, you will have the marriage, and also you will have the progeny, etc. But instead of happening the event, the unexpected bad events also happened in that period. But the reason for unhappy events was not accepted by the then astrologers. They say what we predict is the 100% perfect. How this has not happened or how this bad thing has been happened, I don't know. Our science will not speak false. Our science always gives the truth. But why this is not happening, we don't know. The only excuse was, everybody has the lame excuses. Oh, the time of birth given must be wrong. Another will say, no, the panchanga used by you is either wrong, or yet another will say the Ainansha followed was incorrect. Means, first reason for failures in predictions. One, that is birth time is not correct. Second one is panchanga, from which the horoscope prepared is wrong. And third is Ainansha followed was wrong. In general, Chitra Paksha Ainansha, which takes 0 date of Ainansha, it's 21st May 285 at 5:30 a.m. IST on 82 degree 30 minutes longitude. In 1952, alike or nearby, National Calendar Almanac Zodiac Coordination Committee unanimously took the decision that on 21st March 1956, the Chitra Paksha Ainamsha will be taken as 23 degree 30 minutes. 23 degree 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Remember this thing forever. Now, for your better understanding, I will give you the okay, please, please see here. I am replacing this 21st March 1956. 1956. 05 30 0 0 0 0. Okay. This is the timing. Sun will be in Pisces. Please see here. 21st March 1956. The Ainamsha is 23 degree 9 minute 20 second. 23 degree 9 minute and 20 second. Now, I am taking this Lahiri Ainamsha. Please see here. That is 23 degree 40 minute 44 second. Now see, we have all the softwares you are using. It should be tallied with this. Here in True Astrology or Nakshatra Jyotish or Nakshatra Gold, you will find the Chitra Paksha Ainamsha is 23 degree 14 minute 44 second. It means 16 second it's behind the Indian National Almanac. Indian National Almanac. Please go through the today's morning class in which I have explained when any planet transits, हा बोला की आणलंय ना. ओके ओके उद्या येतोय. ओके ओके येतो. ओके Okay. So I explained regarding the Ainansha. If we take the same, by changing the preference, non-Ainansha. Now, this is the please see here. Date is the fixed, date is the same, but date is the same. But the Ainansha is no Ainansha, 0. And sorry, I'm to state there. We have to take the geocentric. Yesterday or day before, when I was trying to explain the difference in between the change in the latitude, how it shows, then at that time we fixed the geographic coordinates. It should be geocentric coordinates always. And this is the KP new Ainaushas are to be taken into consideration. If your Ainausha is wrong, then your degree, minute, second of the planet as well as of the cusp will drastically change. Thus, everyone will give an excuse for the failures. And so far, none had been successful in improving the complete or incorrect data propounded by our sages. Still now, everybody is taking the classical text as the Baba Vakya Pramanam. When I was outside my home for 18 years altogether, which was in Konkan, that is in Sindhudurga, and 4 years in Mumbai. I will give some okay. Now I will show the books which was purchased by me in after I was starting my journey in the astrology. Yet I am to complete this. I am to bifurcate this and all other things. Please see. At least more than I'm not having time to rearrange this and such this year. All the books. These books, these bags are full of the books. Not only this, please see. Please see here. I will give you some. Please see. The magazine Grahaved Deepavali Visheshanka of 1992. (2003). And more than 10, the bags are full of the books. I will show you this. Please see this. KP and Astrology. Now, March 1993. March 1993. Just show this. I have to arrange this again. But the more when I'm to give you the best. I'm to give you the best. Then, fortunately, the book which I need to explain to you, irrespective of the combination, continuity, I am getting that file and we start from that file. And as such, yes, there is no, I was using the mobile added to another mobile, joined the Zoom meeting by another mobile, and I was trying to show you the books which I had been, that is more than 30,000 books I'm having in Vedic astrology and all types of astrology, and the books, the names of which nobody would have been heard also. Okay. Then this is here says the Panchanga that is used Why Panchanga is used? Because in Vedic astrology, they take the system of Shripati Paddhati to calculate the cusp, lagna, and planets, and with equal house system. Equal house system. For this, like this is the new batch, that's why I am giving you everything in your life. Please see here, this is the Aquarius 15 degree 26 minutes 15 seconds. The second one is Pisces 21 degree 56 minutes 56 seconds. The third 23 minutes 45 minutes 46 seconds. But if I change the preferences, instead of Placidius Paddhati, if I take equal system, then see, all the cusp of the same degree. Ascendant will be starting from 15 degree, 26 minutes, 14 seconds, 15 seconds. Second cusp will be starting from the same degree, and the difference of the cusp, the area of the cusp is of 30 degrees, approximately 100%. But this is not the case. And that's why the accuracy in predictions as well as in the timing of event is missing in Vedic astrology due to these elements. Okay. Then again I am getting the words of Krishnamurti ji. They do not want to confess that the rules were confusing and contradictory, nor useful, but general, incomplete, and incorrect. And that's why I always say, if you are using the astrology for the predicting anything for your family members, and if your predictions went wrong, goes wrong, and due to the wrong system, wrong application of the rules and wrong prediction, if the life of our family members disturbed, we cannot forgive ourselves. We cannot forgive ourselves. Still, there are so many people, there are so many astrologers, by predicting the totally negative or the totally favorable in terms of their family, the actual reality is totally wrong. Their family has been disturbed. Still, they do not want to confess that the rules were confusing and contradictory, not useful, but general, incomplete, and incorrect. Do you agree with this or not? Whatever Krishnamurti ji has written in his letter, do you agree this or not? What about all people, all astrologers who nowadays are doing? They are only taking the stanzas, that is the pariched in Sanskrit, sloks from Sanskrit book, classical text, translate in your local language and say that if this is the planetary position, then this particular type of event will be happened. and they take the position of the planets at the time of the birth. Everybody nowadays are taking the planets at the birth. Parasharji or the any creator or the students of every system of astrology, he 100% knows that the timing of event will be in transit only, and not that transit is not of the planets. Transit is not of the planets, but the transits of the cuspal sublords, sub-sublords, sukshma lords, and prana lords. Now, please see here. I am taking this for 19th December 2026 or 27. Take this example. What is the time when that Kundli was, horoscope was prepared? 19th December 2025 at 19 hour 55 minute 30 second. 19 hour 55 minutes 30 second. And please see here. Okay. Then this is the Kundli of which house? 21st March 1956, 5 hours 30 minutes. And the position of the cusp are like this. Position of the cusp are like this. Only we will take this. Now, when we take the same, but we take the transit, and the transit is of the planets. Transit is of the planets. This is the transit, that is the 19th December 2025 at night, 20 hours 17 minutes 11.11 seconds. Then for this purpose, this is the base. This is the base. Okay, this is the base. Then in 1956, the sun was in the star of Saturn. Sun was in the star of Saturn. Sun in that time, at that time, the sun was posited in ascendant. Sun was posited in ascendant in Meen Rashi, Lagna Bhava. Please see here. This is the original Kundli horoscope. This is the original horoscope, and this is the transit chart. And transit chart we are taking from 19th December 2027, 2 years later. 2 years later. Time will be changed. Okay. Now see, when we take the transit, we take the natal cusp. Natal cusp. Please see here, transit cusp on 19th December 2027 at 15 hour, 12 minutes and 17 seconds. The same, that is not changed. But if I use the transiting cusp means you say here the, now see, now transiting cusp with original kundli. The natal horoscope is Kumbha Lagna, Aquarius ascendant. Aquarius ascendant. But now today, when we are considering the date 15th after 3 hours 12 minutes 17 seconds, that Aries ascendant is rising, and Aries ascendant is rising at 20 degree 53 minutes 52 seconds. Okay. Then if you take this horoscope with this, compare this horoscope and this horoscope, you will not get any result. You will not get any result, because this is your personal horoscope. This is your personal horoscope. This is also your personal horoscope, but the total personal horoscope is this horoscope. Personal horoscope is this horoscope. This is the personal horoscope. Now please see here. This is your personal horoscope. What is it? What it will give? Please see here. Your natal cusp co-rulers are the same. They will never change. Then the Saturn, see here. This is today's time. 2025, 27, 57, 27. It means the total horoscope okay. Then how transit max? How transit results? Your cusp, that is your DNA. I have told you that 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, they are sister and brothers of your father. and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, they are the sister and brothers of your mother. Means they will never change. They will never change. That's why the natal cusp is to be taken into consideration for transit result. Then only Sun is in Dhanu Rashi, Sagittarius sign. Sun is in Jupiter, Sagittarius sign. But Sun is in the Sagittarius sign, degree 3 degree 4 minute 34 second, that is in Ketu Nakshatra, Mula Nakshatra, in Ravi sub, अपने ही sub में, in own sub, in the sub of Moon, in the Sukshma of Venus, and in the Prana of Jupiter. In the Prana of Jupiter. Now see here, Jupiter is in 7th house. Jupiter is in 7th house. Sun is in 10th house. What is the transit time? 19th December 2027, afternoon 15 hours 12 minutes and 17 seconds. Then what result Sun will give? Please see here, sublord. Sublord is the Sun. Sun is in one sub. Now go to Sun. Sun is the sublord of second cusp. Sun is the sublord of second cusp. That is, Sun is posited in 12 second house, 10th house, Karmasthan, and Sun is the sublord of second house. But second house has been occupied by Saturn. Then Sun will himself give the result of the 10th house. Okay, when we consider the Sun as the sublord, the Sun will give the result of the 10th house where it is, because actually Sun is the sublord of second cusp, but second cusp is occupied by the Saturn, and as per the rule, the tenants are stronger than the owner. At the sublord level, second house ka sublord is the lord of the sub, that is the final result giving planet. Then when we consider the sublord level, Sun is transiting in Moon, sub, Moon Antra. Now go to sublord. Moon is the sub of 11th cusp. Moon is the sub of 11th cusp. Then Sun is in 10th house. Sun is in 10th house. The cuspal sublord. Cuspal sublord. You see, Sun is not the cuspal sublord of any cusp. Means Sun will give the source of the 10th house and result of the Moon. Where Moon rides? Moon is in 7th bhava. Moon is in 7th bhava, and Moon is the 11th cuspal sublord. But 11th cusp has been occupied by Mars, Venus, Rahu, and Pluto. That's why Sun, as the source, 10th house, will give the result of the Moon, that is the 7th house.
Sorry.
At sublord level, hello?
Sun is the sublord of 4th house.
Huh?
Sun is the sublord of the 4th house.
Sun is the Yes, correct. Sun is the sub-lord of fourth house. Correct. Then source is the fourth and 10th. Fourth house sub is the Saturn Sun. That's why Sun will give the source. He will give the result of source. That is the fourth and 10th. And final result, that is the 7 and 11. But 11th is the occupied by Mars, tenanted by other planets other than the moon. That's why Sun will give the result of the moon at sub-lord level. Remember this thing. For sub-lord level, Sun was to give the result of the 10th house. Result means source, and result was the 10th house. But at sub-lord level, Sun will give the result of the 10th house only. Now when we go ahead, that is the Venus. Sun is in Sukshma of Venus. Where is Venus? Venus is in 11th house. Sun is in 10th house. The 10th house is the source. And now see, Sun is the fifth sublord of fifth cuspal sublord, so Sukshma lord. So Sun will give the source fifth and 10th. Fifth and 10th. Okay. Remember one thing. When the source is there, at that time, the sublordship, sub-sublordship, Sukshma lordship, and Prana lordship, we are considering for the source. It may be occupied or not. You can take it for granted. You can take it for granted, but only purely if the cusp is occupied, the cusp is tenanted, then the planet in which cusp it is posited is to be taken into consideration. Means Sun is posited in 10th house. Sun is the Sukshma lord of 5th house. 5th house is occupied by Ketu. That's why Sun will not give the result, give the source of the 5th house. Remember one thing, Sun was giving the result at sublord level, that is the 10th house. At sub-sublord level, according to Moon, the 7th house, and according to Venus, the result of the 11th house. 11th this year, Venus is the Sukshma lord of 6 and 7. 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. 6, 1, 9, 10, 11. 6 will give the result. 7 will not give the result. Then 6 will give the result. 7 will not give the result. Then 9, 10, 11. 9 will give the result. 10 will not give the result. And 11 as the source is posited in this. 11 is posited in this. That's why Sun at the Sukshma lord level, 6, 9 and 11 results you are getting. And finally the Prana lord. Sun is in Prana of the Jupiter. Sun is in the Prana of Jupiter. Jupiter is in 7th house. Sun is in 10th house. Sun is the cuspal Prana lord of 7 and 12. 7 and 12. Now Sun is the source. Sun is the source. Which source? This is the 12th house, because Sun is the 12th house cuspal prana lord. Again, Sun is also the cuspal prana lord of 7th house, but 7th house is positive. That's why Sun will not give the source of the 7th house. Again, in Jupiter, Sun will give the result of the 10th source. Then Sun will give the result of 7th and only 12th. Sun is the source. Sun is equal to source. That is 10th and 12th. And result, who is giving the result? Jupiter. Jupiter in 7. Now see, Jupiter is the 4th cuspal prana lord. Jupiter is the 4th cuspal prana lord. Means this cusp will be given by the Sun. Again, Jupiter is the prana lord. Jupiter is the 4th cuspal prana lord and 10th cuspal prana lord. So Sun as the source, Sun as the source, 7 and 10th source, but 7th is occupied. That's why 10th is the source only, and giving the result of the Jupiter, that is this one, and Jupiter, that is the positive 7th house, 4th cuspal prana lord, and 10th cuspal prana lord. 10th cusp is occupied. That's why Sun will give the result of the 7 and 4th. Now please think yourself. Please think at yourself. Please think at yourself. Sun at sub level was giving results, source and result of 10th cusp. Sun at sub-lord level was giving the result with the source of 10th cusp and giving the result of moon. Moon in 7th cusp, and moon is the 11th subcuspal sub-lord, but 11th cusp is 10 and 8. So only 7th cusp. Sun will give the result of the 7th cusp. Now Sun at Sukshma Lord level was giving the source of 10th cusp, 20th cusp, and 4th cusp, and giving the result of Jupiter. Jupiter in 7th. Jupiter in 7th and cuspal Sukshma Lord of 1 ascendant. Ascendant is untenanted. So Sun will give the result of 1 and 7. 1 and 7. And lastly, Sun is in the prana of Jupiter. Sun is in the prana of Jupiter.
वीनस को देखना है हमें कितना लॉर्ड लेवल पे ना वीनस है और we don't have to see the Jupiter.
Hello.
Yes,
So, sorry, correct. So, Sun is at Sukshma Lord level.
Deputy the Venus.
Venus is the result of Venus as the Sukshma Lord. More Sun is transiting in the Sukshma of the Venus Sukshma. So, when we are considering the fourth cusp is the cuspal Sukshma Lord, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Venus posited in 11 and cuspal Sukshma Lord of 4, 4, then 6, then 7, 6, 7, then 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11. So Sun, Sukshma Lord level as the source is the 4, 10 and 4, and result will be 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Okay. And finally, Sun is in prana of Jupiter, and Jupiter is in 7th cusp and 4th cuspal prana lord and 10th cuspal prana lord. But 7th, 4th cusp tenanted and 10th cusp tenanted. So Sun will give the result of 7 and 4th. 7th, Sun will give the result of the 7th and 4th. Now please see which result Sun at sublord level or Sun at sublord level. Sun at Sukshma Lord level and Sun at Prana Lord level. So actually, Sun, which result you expect? Please tell me. Actually, Sun, which result you expect when Sun is in the sub, Sukshma and Prana? Which result you expect? Please see. Which result? Tell me. I told you that planets transit result are to be taken from Sukshma and Prana. But for cuspal results, we take only the cuspal Sukshma lords only. Cuspal Sukshma lords only. But at the same time, at the last resort, we have to take help of cuspal prana lords also. Cuspal prana lords also. Okay. Now, without discussing the very fastly, I'm continuing this. A few attacked me that I don't respect the sages. They have not understood me. Are there not 18 Siddhantas? Suppose one wants to know where moon is at a particular moment. Are we not getting different answers? Then any one of them may be correct. Of all the 18 Siddhantas are wrong. So which sage or center or seventh am I to respect? We have the full respect towards our classical text. I am explaining this. We have the full text, full respect of the classical text, that is the Vedas and all other Upanishads, Puranas, etc. But if they are not in a position to use this in the Kali Yuga manner, Kali Yuga version, and if we are not getting the results by following all the rules and applications, then we are going on the wrong path. Baba Vakya Pramanam is the best thing to think and to discuss. But when the time to apply, time to for application of the same rule, and if your life is in danger, then will you adopt this? Will you accept this? Answer me. If your life is in danger, or the decision by the so-called Baba Vakya Pramanam shows that this is very favorable, go blindly and you do the work, and you face the certain hurdles in your starting, and instead of going ahead, you restrict yourself to be out from the particular scope of that particular matter, then you have saved. If you would have been continuing in the same matter, same task to perform, then your life was in danger, would have been in danger. Will you accept this? Will you accept this? No. It does not. We are aware that if a person is very able, brilliant and intuitive, it does not mean that he must be correct in all what that he says. Is not to err human. Do not the opinions of people differ. Do the sciences stand stagnant? Therefore, in these calculations, without any instrument in those days, it is but natural to give incorrect data. From 1939, I had an enough opportunity to devote most of my time in a peaceful atmosphere to carry out the research with the able assistance of two colleagues. We did honest and intelligent work. Lord Ganesh gave me intuition to proceed in a particular direction. This is the most important. Lord Uchist Mahaganpati Pujan worship was told by Kanchi Kamakoti Shankaracharya to KRISHNAMURTI ji. And after performing the puja vidhi, he got the intuition. That's why, remember this thing, you also will get the intuition, because in the next month, Magha Shukla Chaturthi, that is the Vinayaki Chaturthi, that is the Ganesh Jayanti, I will also bless with all of you the blessings of Lord Uchist Mahaganpati with Shaktipat Diksha. So, according to my instruction, my two colleagues began to collect twin horoscopes and did the research with open mind. I found that planets in the same sign, in the same degree, in the same minute, and in same bhava can give different results. Why this is happening? Planet is in the same degree, same bhava, but their co-rulers, that is the planets of the co-rulers of that planet, co-rulers of that particular planet may have different cuspal, sublords, subsublords, sukshmalords, and that's why what he said, I found that the planet in the same sign, in the same degree, in the same minute, but not in same second. And in the same bhava can give different results, because why? But second, but not in same second. This led me to think deeply. When twins are born with 8 minutes interval, the position of the planets remain the same. But how is it? Either of the two has advantageous result, whereas the other faces the troubles. We are discussing this 8 minutes. Venus takes 8.53 minutes in ascendant. Rahu takes 8 minutes. Saturn takes 8 minutes, 27, 8.27, 8 minutes, 27 seconds. And like this. Suppose if Venus Sun is rising in the ascendant and twins have born, because in the sub of Venus, like slow moving planets, large dasha period planets, there are 9 bhukti antardasha sublots, and thus they compel to differ in two in these twins. Don't we know that the twins born in those 8 minutes difference, one lives and one dies. One gets very education and correct comes out successful, whereas the other fails fails year after years. One gets married early and the other late. One has many children, the other has none. One is in service, explain actually nothing. Nothing in traditional system. If there is a traditional astrologer who can give the reference for such differences, it is welcome. Here you are all, come on. To my best knowledge, there is nothing. कृष्णमूर्ति जी कहते हैं कि एक जुड़वा बच्चे जो होते हैं, एक सक्सेसफुल होता है, एक फेल होता है, एक की शादी होती है, एक का बच्चा होता है, दूसरे को नहीं होता है. नौकरी किसको मिलती है, किसी की नौकरी छूट जाती है. व्हाई दिस इज हैपनिंग? नो ट्रेडिशनल astrologer, that is the Vedic astrologer, is able to give you the correct answer. So I thought that moves within that time, it is only the position of Lagna, the point which rises in the east, which moves 1% in every 4 minutes, and thereby the 12 cusp. लग्न का बिंदु बदलता है. लग्न का बिंदु 1 डिग्री आगे चलने के लिए 4 मिनट लग्न लेता है. अगर लग्न बिंदु बदलता है तो 12, इफ द change in the lagna bindu, lagna degree minute second, the total 12 cusps are liable to be changed. There should be a method wherein the rules should give systematically and exhaustively for such small differences, mostly every degree of the zodiac. Again, I found that there may be 3 or 4 planets in the same sign, in the same star and in the same bhava. These planets' ownership and position of a bhava appear to be advantageous, but they produce unexpected results, adverse result. Those planets which are said according to traditional astrology, evil occupation by occupation and ownership offers surprisingly pleasant results. जो प्रचलित पद्धति के अनुसार पॉजिटिव रहते हैं वो निगेटिव रिजल्ट देते हैं एक्चुअली, और जो अशुभ मानते हैं वो बहुत ही अच्छे रिजल्ट देते हैं. When such had been noticed in many cases, it suggested to me that a person, even though considered to be lucky in a particular dasha, he is not throughout enjoying, but every sub period gives out different results. A few of the results are most favorable ones and a few irreparable losses. This gives me the clue that the planets deposited in a particular constellation can indicate only the nature of the event. Which house matter the planets include due to the lord of the constellation by its occupation. It does not mean that a planet deposited in a constellation should necessarily be favorable and contribute for the benefit of the matter signified by a lord bhava occupied by the lord of the constellation. यहां मुझे पता चल गया कि किसी भी भाव में जो प्लैनेट ऑक्यूपेंट करता है, टेनेंटेड है, वो उसका जो स्टार लॉर्ड है उसके अनुसार फल देता है, उसके अनुसार फल देता है. और वो प्लैनेट, उसका जो स्टार लॉर्ड, प्लैनेट का जो स्टार लॉर्ड जिस भाव में बैठा हुआ है उस भाव का फल देता है, उस भाव का. और जिस भाव में उसका साइन स्वराशि है, यानी कि हमने देखा कस्पल सब लॉर्डशिप, कस्पल सब लॉर्डशिप, Cuspal Sukshma Lordship and Cuspal Prana Lordship. For example, Guru and Saturn were in the same constellation. Guru is in baby beneficial sub, whereas Saturn is in adverse sub. So during Guru period, one enjoys the result of bhava occupied by the lord of the constellation, whereas during the period of the Shani, Saturn, he possesses just diametrically results in the same matter. तो गुरु और शनि एक ही भाव में बैठे हुए हैं, लेकिन गुरु का सब अलग है, शनि का सब अलग है, और वो उस भाव के लिए निगेटिव है. तो गुरु बहुत अच्छे रिजल्ट्स मिलेगा जब भी कोई भी प्लैनेट गुरु के सब में, उस गुरु के सब में गोचर करेगा. और जो गुरु अभी जो सब में है उसके इसमें से गोचर करेगा तो उस भाव का रिजल्ट अच्छा मिलेगा. लेकिन अगर शनि उस भाव के लिए एडवर्स है तो क्या करेगा, वो भाव के लिए एडवर्स रिजल्ट देगा. इफ इन गुरु सब पीरियड अ चाइल्ड इज बोर्न ड्यूरिंग शनि, द सेम चाइल्ड डाइज. It means Guru and Saturn are in one constellation and the lord of the constellation is in 5. Guru was in favorable sub and Shani was in unfavorable one. स्टार लॉर्ड तो 5 दर्शाता है, लेकिन सब लॉर्ड 4 दर्शाता है, तो इसके लिए वो बच्चा नहीं रहेगा. और वो 5 अगेन दर्शाता है, 11 दर्शाता है, वो बहुत बच्चा रहेगा. व्हाट इज meant by sub? What is meant by sub? We follow Vishottari system. Each constellation extends over 13 degree 20 minutes. If a child is born at moon enters in that star, we call the child at the moment of the birth was running the dasha or and bhukti of the lord of the star. The moon moves in the same star even though dasha remains the same and sublord gets changed in the cyclic order of Vishottari dasha paddhati. We are aware that different results in different bhuktis even though dashas remains the same. Now please see, does K.S. Krishnamurti ji told that dasha is of years and months, or as per the transit of moon in the same star in the 9 bhuktis, 81 antras, 729 sukshmas and 6561 प्राणास। आप मुझे बताइए कि कृष्णमूर्ति जी ने ये जो सेंटेंस लिखा हुआ है, जब चंद्र जिस नक्षत्र में गोचर करता है वो नक्षत्र स्वामी की दशा चालू होती है और उस नक्षत्र स्वामी की अंतरदशा चालू होती है। एज मून मूव्स, ये मूव्स का मतलब क्या होता है? ट्रांजिट्स in the same star, even though dasha remains the same, the sublord gets changed in the cyclic order of the Vishwattari dasha पद्धति। यहां कृष्णमूर्ति जी ने केतु के नक्षत्र में जो गोचर करता है तो 7 साल की दशा है, यानी कि 2025 से 2032 तक। अगर शनि की दशा है तो 2045 तक, 2044 तक। शुक्र की दशा है तो 2045 तक। इसका विचार यहां कृष्णमूर्ति जी ने कभी किया है क्या? मुझे बताइए, बताइए। और मैंने पेज नंबर 10 का 11 का जो मैंने आपको बताया, अगर कोई भी ग्रह चंद्र अगर भरनी नक्षत्र में when moon enters into the 13 degree 20 minute Aries, it means that the baby born in that particular degree minute second, that he is running Venus dasha and Venus bhukti. But after 4 hours, when the Venus dasha, Venus bhakti ends and sun dasha start, the sun dasha balance 13 years, 16 years, 8 months. 16 years, 8 months. Within 4 months of the moon transit, the total dasha of 40 months has been lapsed within 4 months, 4 hours. इसके आगे वाला जो है वो हम बाद में करेंगे। आज अमावस्या होने के कारण only I am to bless you. That's why I am taking the direct word, the letter from the Krishnamurti ji, because this is very important.
सर,
हाँ बोलिए।
मैं कुछ प्रश्न पूछ सकता हूँ इसमें?
हाँ बोलिए।
सर, आप वो कुंडली पे ले जाओ ना एक बार, जो आपका जो सबसे ऊपर वाला है ना,
कौन
इस
सा?
पेज को ऊपर कीजिए ना, और ऊपर।
हाँ बोलिए।
हाँ सर, इसमें यहाँ बिल्कुल सर, यहाँ पे हम इतना कनेक्शंस कर लेंगे, लेकिन जो सूक्ष्म है वो तो बहुत जल्दी चेंज हो जाएगा। तो हम इसको कैसे कंसीडर करेंगे कि कितना जल्दी हम किसको
पहली बात
जवाब दे
ध्यान में
पाएं?
लीजिए, आपके पास जो एफएम रीड होनी चाहिए वो एफएम रीड आपको सूक्ष्म लॉर्ड तक नहीं मिलती है।
हाँ, नहीं मिलती।
हाँ
मैं
नहीं
वही तो।
मिलती, तो सब में जो चलेगा तो जो सब में रहेगा तो उसका पहला जो पोर्शन होगा वो टोटल सब का पीरियड समझ लीजिए कि 1.5 घंटे का है।
जी
तो उसका पहला जो पीरियड होगा वो सूक्ष्म का होगा कि नहीं?
हाँ, बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं सर, पहला पीरियड सूक्ष्म की होगा।
तो उसका पहला प्राणा का भी होगा कि नहीं?
हाँ हाँ, वो तो सेम चलता रहेगा सर जी। हाँ
तो इसके लिए है ना आपके पास वो जो कैलकुलेशन करने की जो आपको ये चाहिए, आपके पास जो सब लॉर्ड समाप्त कब होता है वो सब का आपको 9 भुक्ति में, 9 सूक्ष्म में कैलकुलेशन करना आना चाहिए। मैंने आप लोग को कैलकुलेशन बताया है कि नहीं?
नहीं नहीं सर, सारा कुछ बता रखा है। मैं तो कभी कंफ्यूज हो जाता हूँ कुछ चीजें, तो मैं इसलिए पूछ लेता हूँ इतना
नहीं,
रात में।
समझने का कोई सवाल ही नहीं है। आपके पास तो एफएम तो होनी ही चाहिए। हेलो,
जी
दिस
जी
इज द
जी।
रेडीमेड टूल। उसमें जो समय
सर
होता है उसको हमको एनकैशमेंट करना है।
सर, ये जो जिनका सॉफ्टवेयर आप यूज कर रहे हैं इसमें तो एआई आ रखा है, तो वो तो मतलब इतना करने की अब तो
अरे
जरूरत है
एक
ही
बात
नहीं।
ध्यान में लीजिए, जब कुंडली बनाते हैं ना उस समय आपके द्वारा कुछ भी नहीं होता है। आने
अच्छा।
वाले 2-3 दिन के बाद यही कॉम्बिनेशन जब आएगा तो आपको ये समय आपको चूज करना है।
अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक ठीक है
हेलो,
सर, ठीक ठीक सर, समझ गया सर,
अभी ये
समझ
तो
गया।
आ गया, मैंने अभी 19 दिसंबर 2027 का हमने निकाल दिया,
जी
लेकिन ऐसा तो होता नहीं ना।
जी
हेलो, तो
जी सर,
आपके
जी सर।
पास क्या है, वो परमानेंटली आपके पास क्या है, यू आर गेटिंग दिस ओनली।
ओके सर, ओके सर।
2 सेकंड, आई विल एक्सप्लेन। यू आर गेटिंग दिस ओनली,
हम्म।
यू आर गेटिंग दिस, and plus you are
हम्म,
getting at the last resort, this is, if you have to take the 212, if you are suffering
जी,
from eyes problem, then
यस सर।
the Rahu is the cause of the your eyes.
हम्म।
If you are suffering this, remember this thing, the
ओके।
Venus is the Sukshma Lord of 1, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11.
यस सर।
यहाँ क्या होता है ध्यान में लीजिए, बीमारी भी आएगी, मैरिटल हैप्पीनेस में प्रॉब्लम भी आएगी, मल्टीपल रिलेशनशिप भी घटित होगी। 9, 10, 11 का है, वो आपका नसीब इतना, कई बार इतना अच्छा हो जाएगा, लेकिन वीनस इज एस्पेक्टिंग नाइन्थ,
हम्म।
वीनस इज एस्पेक्टिंग नाइन्थ, तो ये
हम्म।
अगर काम के लिए वो निगेटिव बनने वाला है। हेलो,
हम्म।
अगर वो 11 के ऊपर विनस की दृष्टि जाएगी तो आपको 11
हम्म।
का फल मिलने वाला है, 10 के ऊपर जाएगी तो 10 का फल मिलने वाला है। 9, 10, 11 का रिजल्ट कौन देगा, विनस देगा।
यस सर।
तो ऑल टाइम तो वो रहेगा, लेकिन एस्पेक्ट के अनुसार आपकी जो घटना घटित होती है, जो मैंने आपको परसों बताया कि जब मैं
जी।
क्या बोलते हैं उसको, रेस के ऊपर गया, तो मेरे
हम्म।
मन में एक घोड़ा अलग था, लेकिन मैंने
हम्म।
एट द टाइम ऑफ द पुटिंग द मनी,
जी यस
आई
सर।
चूज द अनदर वन।
अनदर वन।
जो लिया उसका पैसा मिला, थोड़ा सा मिला, लेकिन जो पहला, अगर जो मेरे मन में था, अगर वो मैंने किया होता तो मुझे ज्यादा पैसे मिलते। लेकिन ये मेरा जो मन, मानसिक लग्न एंड असेंडेंट के ऊपर जो
हम्म।
शुभ अशुभ दृष्टि का जो जमेला होता है, उसके कारण
हम्म।
आपके जीवन में जो घटना घटित होती है, उसका कारण वो रहता है।
ठीक सर, और एक मेरा डाउट आ रहा है, बहुत ही कॉमन सी डाउट है। जब हम
बोलिए।
मिली सेकेंड में किसी भी चार्ट को बीटीआर करते हैं तो भी इवेंट मैच हो जाता है, और आगे 5 मिनट ले जाते हैं तो भी इवेंट मैच हो जाता है। तो इसका
पहली बात
बीटीआर
ध्यान में लीजिए कि पहले बात, आपके पास जो इवेंट आपको देखना है, वो बीटीआर करते हैं तो जिस समय आपने मून की
जी
पोजीशन ली होती है, वन सिटिंग में आपको बीटीआर करना है, पहली बात। उस बीटीआर के बाद डायरेक्टली उसी समय कोई भी प्रिडिक्शन नहीं करना है, दूसरी बात।
जी
तीसरी बात, जिसके लिए आप प्रिडिक्शन करने वाले हैं, वो उसका रूटीन चेकअप, रूटीन मैटर जो है वो आपको पूरी तरह से समझ लेना चाहिए।
जी
उसके बाद जो घटना उसको चाहिए, वो घटना होने का संभाव्य संबंध, संभाव्य
हम्म,
पीरियड आपको उससे पूछ लेना चाहिए।
जी
उसके बाद उस समय में उसके लिए क्या क्या सही होगा, ये इसका विचार करके उसको टाइमिंग देना चाहिए।
जी जी जी
ब्लाइंडली
सर।
अगर मुझे बताया किसी ने कि मुझे
हम्म।
बताओ कि मैं कब प्रयास करूं,
हम्म।
ये करेंगे तो डायरेक्टली आप कॉमनली पीरियड दे सकते हैं।
जी जी
लेकिन उसके लिए आपको क्या, मैं ये इधर जाने वाला हूँ, कल मैं उधर जाने वाला हूँ, मुझे ये बताइए, तो कल के बाद, कल जाने वाला वो निकलेगा कहाँ से, 10 बजे,
जी।
उधर पहुंचेगा कहाँ से, 1 बजे तक। एक
जी
बजे से 2 बजे तक जो का जो पीरियड है, वो आपको आइडेंटिफाई करके उसको सजेस्ट करना है।
जी जी जी
आपको ब्लाइंडली अगर कोई पूछता है कि मेरी शादी कब होगी, शादी तो हमेशा होती रहेगी।
जी 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 सर, जी सर, जी
शादी
सर।
तो हमेशा होती रहेगी, सिर्फ आपको लड़का या लड़की देखनी चाहिए।
जी सर, जी सर, जी सर,
अगर
जी सर।
लड़का या लड़की नहीं है तो शादी होगी क्या। आपने किसी के रिश्ते देखा ही नहीं है, कोई आपके घर नहीं आया, आप किसी के घर गए नहीं गए, तो अगर मैरिज का एग्रीमेंट ही नहीं होता है तो मैरिज हो जाएगा क्या।
जी जी सर, जी सर।
what you have been asked only answer to that particular moment on particular subject, Don't add to your mind any other queries into that questions asked by the Jataka. अगर ये आपने कर दिया तो आपको आपका जो भविष्य कथन है वो सही तरीके से आ जाएगा।
जी सर, जी सर।
एंड और जो ये जो एस्ट्रोसेज वगैरह का जो एडवर्टाइज आते हैं ना वो पूरी तरह से फ्लॉप होता है।
जी सर, जी सर, जी सर।
क्या कि मैं आपको डेट ऑफ बर्थ बताइए, मैं आपकी ये आपके पत्नी कहाँ से आएगी, पति कहाँ से आएगा, ये कब होगा, आपका डिवोर्स कब होगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है। दे आर गेटिंग द एग्जैजरेशन एंड दे आर गेटिंग द क्या बोलते हैं उसको क्लाइंट्स। आपको भी अगर है ना ये पूरा होने के बाद है ना यू कैन ऑल्सो एनरोल योर सेल्फ ऑन द लाइट क्या बोलते हैं ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म्स। आपको सिर्फ आपके पास जो पंचांग जो है अपना ये था इसका एफएमरीज, इसके साथ कोई भी प्रश्न पूछे आपके पास टाइमली जो कुंडली होते हैं उसके अनुसार आप बताते रहिए। आपको कुछ की देखने की जरूरत नहीं, जो वट एवर आप बोलेंगे वही सही होता चला जाएगा। यू विल ऑल्सो बी रिनाउंड, यू विल बी ऑल्सो द रिनाउंड एस्ट्रोलॉजर ऑन द क्या बोलते हैं ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म। इसमें कोई विचार करने की बात ही नहीं है। तो आज के लिए इतना ही काफी है। कल 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 परसों नहीं है। आई विल बी एंगेज्ड इन माय वन सेमिनार एट सांगली नियर बाय कोल्हापुर माय नेटिव प्लेस। तो आज से सोमवार शाम को, अगर सोमवार को मैंने कि सैटरडे आई विल संडे आई विल रिटर्न टू होम बाय इवनिंग, बाय नाइट, देन our morning class will be there. Otherwise Saturday, Sunday, Monday